We're back with Paul Gray, CEO of Rise Adventures, to find out how specialized equipment can have you cycling without legs. Welcome, Paul. Before we take a look at the equipment, tell us a little bit about Rise and what your organization does.
Rise Adventures is a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization. Our mission is to create independence through outdoor recreation and sporting programs for the physically challenged community.
Excellent, excellent. So tell me a little bit about, you're the CEO, and what does that mean? Like, how do you do things, and how do you get started, and what brought you, because you're not physically disabled, so what made you decide that you wanted to start something like this?
I had a friend that was injured in 1969 in a car wreck and became a paraplegic when I was in high school, and I've stayed in touch with the disabled community through the years as I built different businesses in corporate America. And when I retired, I needed to do something different in life and felt like that this is something that was true to my heart, and I wanted to be involved in it. So I formed Rise Adventures in March of 2007 and got a great board of directors together, and we've got 21 active programs right now throughout the Metroplex in a variety of different ways and with a variety of different disabilities.
So give us a couple of different ideas of what kind of activities that you do.
We have the only North Texas quad rugby program, which is for quadriplegics. It's similar to the movie Murderball. We have sled hockey. We have hand cycling. We've got kayaking. We've got sailing. We just started our disability golf program. So that's just a few of the programs we have active today.
So it sounds to me like activities are really what make your organization quite different. Is that correct? Tell me again, you've got disabilities and nonprofit. Are there other things that make your organization different than other disability-oriented organizations?
Most outreach programs in North Texas is always focused on major events or specialized programs like wheelchair basketball where it's team play. Our mission was to start recreational play for all levels, colors, size, shapes of physical disabilities on a weekly basis. So we wanted to provide outreach through all of the local hospitals and affiliations to be able to not only just put these guys in team sport, we wanted to put them in recreational sport. We want to create that independence through activity and through getting with their peers in a variety of ways.
Yeah, that's wonderful, and I really appreciate that, because I'm kind of an individualist, and that's one of the reasons why I like riding my bike is I can get on my bike, I can get some exercise, it just feels great, it's a lot of fun, and this hand cycling gives somebody that would maybe not normally be able to get out. Tell us a little bit about the experience of what happens when people are hand cycling. Give us
Our hand cycling program, we've sent a group of paraplegics all over the Metroplex riding on all different kinds of trails, parks and whatever, and we finally found what we think is the perfect place because it's not really hilly. And we provide the equipment. There's a variety of different types of hand cycles. There's from the low end that a kid can ride to the adult super, where they can really get out there and rock and roll with it. So we provide the equipment, we set it up, we provide a tent, free food, free water, and we bring them out to the program and let them try on the 6.5-mile, 12-foot wide concrete track different levels of bikes to gain their interest. We invite their family members to bring their regular bikes to ride with them, so they can gain, and participate in that experience. We try to do everything in a family-oriented way. A lot of the health issues, especially from a paraplegic or a quadriplegic, we have special devices for our hand cycles that we can remove the handles, put on handles for a quadriplegic, and because the quadriplegic they can move their arms, but they can't grip. So we actually have hand grips they put in so a quadriplegic can ride. Amputees, muscular dystrophy, so all of those and many, many more can actually ride these types of hand cycles. It's great for your upper body, especially if you're newly injured and you're paraplegic and you're going to have to start using just this upper body strength. Well, nothing's more than doing this for a couple hours a day or a week or whatever to really build that upper body strength that'll help you in all aspects of your life.
Yeah, that makes me think. My grandfather, he's had 3 open heart surgeries, and he's going to be 88 this year. Our birthday's the same in end of November here, but remember one of the first things that they did is rehab in the gym. They had this hand cycle type machine, and I remember that was the first time I'd ever seen one, and I thought, wow, that's interesting, and I gave it a try, and it's really surprising to me how quickly that becomes a cardiovascular activity. So even if you're healthy, the idea of maybe changing the emphasis from cycling with the legs to cycling with your hands, I really like that idea. The upper, the back, the shoulders, and I got a chance to ride
One
and
in our program
hopefully
last Saturday.
get to see. And I really had a good time. I mean, it was a comfortable bike, especially the one I was on where I was leaning back and sitting in a chair, and it was just it was a comfortable way to ride, and it felt good, and it was very easy. And although it was a little bit of a challenge because you're steering and pedaling at the same time, but even my 9-year-old daughter got a chance to try it, and she did pretty good. I was really it took her a while to want to try it, but when she did, she had a good time with it.
All of our programs are free for rides, so we just, this equipment is so expensive. I mean, you're talking about anywhere from a low end of $15,000 to $2,000 to a high end of $4,000 to $5,000 for one piece of equipment.
Wow.
We go through the foundation process and sponsorship process to be able to afford this expensive adaptive equipment for free to our participants. We don't charge anything for any of our services, period. Everything's free. So when we get these people out there in the family atmosphere and building up the upper body strength and the fresh air and the whatever, it's a win-win for everybody. One of the things that our organization has noticed, and really I've been involved in nonprofits for about the last 4 years, is the fact that not only do the programs work at creating that independence, it's the peers. If we get someone out and they see that somebody else is doing it and what that person's done with their life, the peer exposure and the talking and the camaraderie does as much as what our program does in every one of our programs. And it's amazing how they can ask another disability, maybe some of the personal issues they're having with their disability, and cycling's a good way to do that. You can go out and ride bikes with your family, your kids, or another disability anywhere you want to go. So.